Hello there and welcome to Z Solves Problems. I'm Z. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I want to talk to you a little bit about the discovery of your purpose process. You know, when I first began the work that I'm doing now, back in 2012, I really thought because I was a single mother, a teacher, and because I did so much with kids that I was called to single mothers and to children. And that's actually not my calling. You know, I'm called to a wider tribe or nation of people to serve, if that's what you'd like to call them. You know, there are different terms of what you can refer to the people you serve as. But I thought for a season that that's what my calling was, because that's, that was one of the groups that I'm a part of, being a single mother, being a teacher of children and things like that. But one of the great things about having a mentor is that my mentor was able to, watch me work and go over some night dreams that I had and really pull out my purpose and my desire and pinpoint some things that I had skill in, some areas that I had skill in that I hadn't necessarily thought were that big of a deal. I thought that was just, something that I did or something that I was interested in, and was able to pinpoint and say specifically, and sometimes mentors do that. Sometimes they tell us those things that we will be surprised to hear, or things that are a little bit shocking to us. But I had a night dream that actually I was working with children, and the person who was in charge of, the group of children that I worked with, so like the principal, you could say, was driving my vehicle backward down a street. Okay, and when I first had that dream, I didn't pay much attention to it until 6 months later, when I realized I don't enjoy this anymore. This is not where I I want to spend the next couple of years or anything like that. And the interesting thing is I had already been given a heads up, 6 months prior, that just working with children and single parents, single moms was not where I was supposed to be. You have to be willing to receive wisdom from your mentors. My mentor didn't even have knowledge of that dream, and yet what he did was he specifically said to me, you're not called to children and families specifically at this point. You are called to people who are desperate. You are called to people who are down and out. Those are the people who you work best with. You are called to people who are so hungry and ready for change that you can pinpoint what they need, give them that information, back up and let them perform the actions necessary to succeed, and then go to the next level and to the next level and to the next level. Because I work with people like that, I tend to work with people for sort of a little longer amount of time, like 3 months or something like that, to get them through to where they need to be. But that's okay. As a mentor, I'm not responsible to walk through, somebody's entire life with them. You have to be able to recognize when seasons are over and move into those new areas of your life and switch over to those new mentors. Before, when I was trying to just get on my feet, trying to get established after being laid off and being homeless and all of that stuff, I needed a specific type of mentor. Well, now that I'm established and I am an entrepreneur, I have different mentors than I had back then. You have to be fluid in those relationships and things like that. You still are, you can still be in relationship with those prior mentors and everything. That doesn't mean you need to end relationships with them. But at the same time, you want to move into those new mentoring relationships that are going to get you where you are for the specific level of life that you're in. That's just wisdom. That's just maturity. And it's just a part of life. Think about it. You have a kindergarten teacher, and then you moved up to a first grade teacher, second grade teacher, and so on. Same with college. You start out as a freshman and move up to a senior. You don't keep those same people instructing you in the same areas of life the entire time. Of course, there are going to be static mentors that go with you your entire life. Your parents are that way. And relatives and things like that. People that you've known your entire lives, family, friends, and things. So don't mistake it and think that I'm saying, oh, well, I don't have to take wisdom from them anymore. I've been with you forever and I'm a different part of life. What I'm saying is use wisdom and be willing to move on to the mentor that's going to take you to the next level that you want to go in. You don't want to be stagnant. You don't want to be stuck. And you don't want prolonged seasons of you really not enjoying the work that you're doing. You know, there, like I was a teacher of children for a lot of years, for 10 years, you know, and then it came to the point where I wasn't enjoying this anymore. You know, it doesn't mean that that's bad. It doesn't mean that I wasted 10 years of my life, but I went through that and I gave it my best for the season that I was assigned to that area of life. You know, I'm no longer assigned to children anymore. I teach more adult topics. And because of that, most of my clients are now adults. Don't mistake it. You can absolutely teach your children everything that I teach to you. You take those success principles that you know and you make sure you teach them to your children. And that, matter of fact, is what I will be speaking with us about next week. So definitely come back and check out that information. Thank you so much for your time. If you are ready and you need mentoring, the type of mentoring that I give, so that you know you're in a place, there's something in your life, and it doesn't have to be your entire life. It's better, matter of fact, if it's only one or two situations where you really need some hard-hitting wisdom, to break you through into the next level of success. That's what I'm here for, and that's what I want you to achieve. I want you to get to that next level of success. We're supposed to be constantly moving forward into the wonderful things that are available to us. We want to enjoy life. We want to be able to serve others. We want to be able to, have peace and have minimal stress and things like that. Well, if you're walking with a mentor, they're going to make sure that you get to that place of life. And that's what I'm here for. Schedule a call today or book a package if you need a little bit more. Also sign up for the Supernatural Success Mentee Portal. That's for people who are self-learners and you don't need one-on-one necessarily, but you do need some wisdom, available at your fingertips at any moment. That's what the portal will do for you. So thanks again for your time. Take care.